what's that word? Back it again, risky trades. Right now, what I see is overall, I'm thinking sales, but not even sure what I would even target for the sales. I think it's about to go ahead and reverse now. Um, but anyway, I do see a disrespect to this gap here, and then that solidifies my bearish bias. But I feel like we didn't already swept everything out except for this low here. And it might sweep this low and then go up, or it might just continue dumping down. But right now I'm bearish, but I am hoping for some type of bullish move. Hopefully, if I can get a 5-minute closure above this red line right here, which would be the break of structure on the, actually it's switch now. It's here. So if I get a 5-minute closure above this high here, then I'll be willing to take buys to the next level. And we just had a sweep here. We just had a sweep here this low on the 5-minute. We just had this 5-minute sweep, grab a little bit of liquidity, and I'm pretty sure we are about to start looking for buys up into these areas. I'm probably not gonna take it all the way up here, and I'm hoping we don't already strike these areas, because then I'm probably gonna start looking for sales again. Overall, we are in a bearish market. So yep, right now I am looking for buys, probably until if this high get broken, then I don't know. I don't know. Shit, it's taking off on us. But we're just gonna go with what the market give us and see what happens. Yep. So once I find a trade, I will be back. Let you guys know. Overall, I don't think we have any inversions. No, we don't have any inversions. We do have a sweep, then a takeoff. So yeah, pretty much I'll be wanting it to wanting price to close above, like I said, this red line right here, which is the breaker structure on the 15-minute. And then I would be looking for buys probably to this area. But we got a bunch of, well, I mean, it struck most of it out at this point. But it didn't hit this one. But I have a bunch of low resistance liquidity. So overall, right now I'm looking for buys, and then yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. So yeah, just gotta stick to the strategy, and then it's gonna play out how it play out. So I'll be back once I find a setup. So it indeed did not end up a buying day. This was definitely a shorts day. And that happened because like previously I had said that I would need a closure above this line here, because I don't know, like, due to my back testing, the only time that I can be in a bearish market and then switch to longs is when on the 15-minute you close above the most recent high on the 5-minute. We did not at all. It just struck liquidity to go ahead and keep it going down, because you know when you have a bias of bullish, let's just say you're thinking bullish, and then you see the market comes down here and it's striking and it go the opposite direction. You're like, oh, okay, it was striking liquidity to go bounce. No, they lied. So it struck liquidity on both sides just a little bit, taking some people out probably in this area here, and then it went ahead and took everybody out that was up in this area. Boom, up in this area. Boom, took them out real quick. So cool. Boom. So I peeped that. It never closed above this this 15-minute high, and neither did it on on ES. ES did pretty much the same thing, and they both dumping right now, which I wish I would have held. Probably held it a little bit longer. It might not even hit this, but anyway. So what made me take this trade was we had ended up breaking structure, and as we broke structure, we left really two um gaps. So we left a gap here and a gap here. So boom, it went through this gap. It came into the first gap that it had created. Boom, it struck right here on the 3 minute. Because I base my fair value gaps off the 3 and the 5 minute. Mainly, I'm gonna say mainly the three. Because it's rare I feel like that I will have a 5 minute gap and I also have a 3 minute gap. But if I do have both and the 3 minutes inside of the 5 minute range, then I'll base it off the 5 minute. And then yeah, so we had a break of structure when we closed here. This with this candle here on the 5 minute. We closed below this low. And then yeah, like I said, we created this gap on the 3 minute. Boom, it struck. As soon as it struck, I went down to my 1 minute time frame. At first, I originally took it thinking it was a fair value gap, but my dumb self, well, luckily it played out. It's still either way it go, it played out because right here we usually I would want an inverse fair value gap or a break of structure. So we have a break of structure. We didn't have the inverse, which I thought we did have an inverse because at the time while I was staring at it, we were still in that 1 minute candle and it was a gap, but obviously it don't count as a gap until it's a closure, and then it's a gap in between the first candle and the third candle. And yeah, I probably been a little hasty, but it did end up playing out. And I had went ahead and targeted this 1 hour gap that's far as hell all the way out the way. I targeted the middle of this gap here. I had went ahead and took this gap, targeted the middle of it. Because if anything, it might not inverse the whole gap. I just automatically assume like more than likely it's gonna hit the middle. So with that being said, I'm targeting the middle. So that's what made me target this one because I feel like that was my next target. The next low I would have been able to target is all the way down here. And yeah, from goddamn from you know, from here, my entry all the way down to here is kind of far. Like if you really look at it, it's kind of far. This would have been goddamn. Let's see how many goddamn points for my entry all the way to down here. Hella fucking points, which actually might play out, but went ahead got a low hanging fruit. So I'm done for the day. For the most part, I think it's actually about to reverse, but I don't know. It might start to reverse, and if I see something within like the next 20 minutes, then I might take another one. But as of right now, I'm gonna go ahead and take my dub and then not try to force anything. So yeah, so we today we had won about let's see. Today we won about $300, which is fucking nothing. I calculated the contracts wrong again. And yeah, I'm about to just go actually like I'm not gonna full port, but I'm going higher risk because I need to pass this funded account. Yeah, especially with the fact that I didn't back test it and took 20 trades. Well, let's not say I took 20 trades. I took 20 hypothetical trades that I would have taken following my strategy to a T as far as I could using um uh the trading view replay. And out of 20, I won 18. So I feel like I'm confident enough to say like if I follow my strategy to a T, don't be too hasty and just follow it, then it'll be profitable overall. Because I'm just thinking like, man, if I would have won, let's just give a hypothetical. If I won 500 on 18 trades. That's 9,000. And if I have, I plan on doing at least like, I'm probably gonna open two more funded accounts. Probably gonna open two more, and then so if I multiply that times three, that'll be 27,000 in 20 trades. So yeah, that's just how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at, you really kind of got to look at this as like, if you do what you're supposed to do, it's gonna come. Like, you can't rush the process. That's really what it is. Like, sticking to the strategy, uh, getting on here every day, following your plan, man. It's gonna work out. That's the main thing. If you on some, I'm gonna get rich tomorrow, man, it's not gonna work, bro. It's just not. The only way you gonna get rich tomorrow if you win the lottery. Shit, you fuck around. You more likely to get struck by lightning than to win the goddamn lottery. So you're done. Don't phone out. Stick to your strategy. Oh shit. I don't even know where that came from. But stick to your strategy and you'll be alright, especially if you work. But like I said, if I don't find a trade in the next 20 minutes, then I'm gonna just go ahead and upload this. I'm done for the day. Y'all boys be smooth. I'll be back tomorrow.